Have you ever wondered what's actually going on in a programmer's head? You know, the kind of thinking that builds the apps, games, and websites we use every single day? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at that exact mindset, the one that builds our digital world.
So, what is the secret sauce behind your favorite video game or that app you just can't put down? I can tell you it's not magic, but the real answer? It might just surprise you.
See, the secret isn't just about mastering a programming language like Python or JavaScript. Nope. It's about adopting a specific way of thinking, a mental framework for solving problems. And the best part is, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned.
Okay, so first things first, let's tackle the biggest myth in programming. I'm talking about the one that stops so many people before they even start. This idea that it's all about super complicated math.
Let me be super clear. You absolutely do not need to be a math wizard. The reality is, coding is far more about logical and creative thinking. Honestly, if you enjoy solving puzzles, you're already halfway there. It's about structure, not just calculation. So here's the crucial point. At its heart, coding is all about breaking down a large, complex problem into a series of small, simple, logical steps. You're essentially creating a recipe that a computer, which isn't very smart on its own, can follow perfectly. Now, that doesn't mean math is totally irrelevant. A few key areas act as a programmer's secret toolkit. But think of them less like subjects in school and more like powerful tools for building some pretty amazing things. We're talking about three key areas: linear algebra, probability and statistics, and graph theory. Now, don't let the names intimidate you. They are the bedrock of everything from video games to AI, and we're going to break them down one by one. First up, linear algebra. This is the language of points and spaces. Think of it as a set of rules that tells a computer exactly how to rotate, scale, or move an object in a game. It's the math that brings 3D graphics to life. Next up, probability and statistics. These are the tools for making smart predictions. They allow a program to analyze huge amounts of data, spot patterns, and make educated guesses, which is the absolute core of all machine learning and AI. And finally, graph theory. This isn't about the charts you see in a presentation. It's the science of networks. It helps us map the relationships between different data points, whether those points are people, cities, or websites. Okay, so those are the tools. Now let's see how they build the magic we experience every day. How do these abstract ideas create the technology we actually use? This is where it all comes together. Linear algebra is the engine that makes 3D game worlds possible. Probability and statistics, they're powering your YouTube recommendations. And graph theory is how social networks can suggest new friends with surprising accuracy. Let's make this really concrete. Every time a character in a video game jumps, a matrix from linear algebra is telling the computer exactly how to change its position in 3D space. It's a precise set of instructions for movement. And in the same way to a social network, you're a node, and your friendships are the edges connecting you to others. Graph theory allows the platform to analyze this massive web of connections just to find people you might know. So how does a recommendation engine work? Well, if you've liked 8 out of the last 10 cat videos you watched, statistics can predict with about an 80% probability that you'll enjoy the next one it shows you. It's all just about finding patterns in your behavior. Okay, so let's bring this all back to the single most important idea. The goal isn't to become a mathematician, it's to become a creative and logical problem solver. You know, this quote says it perfectly. Ultimately, all the logic and math we've discussed are just tools. The real goal is to solve problems and bring your own ideas to life. And remember, this is a skill that anyone can learn. It doesn't matter how old you are or what your background is. With some patience and practice, you can absolutely learn this way of thinking. It is never too late to start. So the big secret to programming isn't really about mastering code. It's about adopting a mindset for solving puzzles. So now that you know the secret, what problem will you solve first?